Again, I've got the sight pointed at the tan red. And this is 1 pound from 3 feet away. I'm gonna leave my hearing protection off because I've got a suppressor on this. It's not good to do, but you're not my mom. All right, so yeah, we're loaded up. Oh my God, that's awesome. Howdy there. Welcome back out to the farm on this beautiful 50-degree day. It's just so nice that winter seems to be in sort of the rear view mirror here. And we have these amazing days. There's a little bit of snow on the ground. There's a little bit of snow over here, but I love it when, you know, you can come out here without a jacket on and get a little bit of snow on the ground. There's a slight breeze, but it's not too bad. But anyways, we're here to look at the UUQ Rechargeable Reflex sight. Sure, this is just a reflex sight. Pretty ubiquitous on Amazon. You see a lot of these. However, this is the first one I've seen that's rechargeable. There's not a lot of rechargeable optics on the market right now. And honestly, I think it's kind of a sign of things to come. Because right now, you know, obviously Olight came out with their O sight. And that one is probably the most like prominent rechargeable optic on the market. But as far as a rechargeable optic, yeah, like the O sight is kind of the main one right now. And that one's well over $100. It's like $150, something like that. This right here, this UUQ rechargeable reflex sight is only about $43. So quite a significant difference in price. If you're looking for a budget rechargeable optic, I think that this right here would be a great option for you to take a look at. So full disclosure though, UUQ did send this out to the channel and they just want me to test it out. But you know, my first impressions of it are that it's definitely bright. Yeah, I can see it. I can see the dot just fine. It's got 4 different reticles. You've got your circle dot, you got your crosshair, and then you also have the circle dot with a crosshair. I'm just gonna stick with the dot because that's just what I use on a regular basis. There's not too much glare. Actually, with the sun behind me, there's no glare at all. However, with the sun in front of me, I definitely see a little bit of glare. You can see that it has that multi-coated lens. So if you're aiming like directly into the sun, I can't see any glare at all. It's only when I kind of aim downwards a bit, I get a little bit of glare until I kind of aim further down. I don't really see the glare anymore. But you know, like I said, this is a $43 optic, and it is a C cable rechargeable port. The one thing I'm a little worried about right here is the port. This cover for the port is not retained at all. It just kind of is held in there with friction. So I'm a little worried that with some recoil that's going to come popping out. For example, I have this is my little EDC flashlight right here that's also rechargeable, and it has a C cable port, same as this optic. However, this cover that goes over the port is retained, so it's not going to come popping out on you. You're not going to really lose it or anything like that. However, this one right here, I'm thinking might come popping out, so we'll see how that works. But right next to it, you also have a charging indicator. So when it's charging, it turns red, and then when it's fully charged, it turns green. It only takes about 30 minutes to charge this, as a matter of fact. When I first got this, I just stuck it right on the charger, and I didn't want to turn it on before charging it fully, because I think that most rechargeable batteries, you want to charge them up all the way before turning it on. I think that just kind of extends the battery life a little bit. But yeah, I mean, so far it seems like I just zeroed it. It seems like it's staying zeroed. It has really nice adjustments. Let me get out of the sling here so I can just kind of show y'all a little bit more of it. So you got your elevation adjustment right there, as well as your windage adjustment right there. And you can see the logo right there on that side. But aside from the UUQ logo, it's actually I like the sleek look. There's no labels and no warning labels, for example. I hate it when optics put stupid warning labels all over it. But yeah, I mean, it's just a pretty simple sight. It does also have a locking screw right here. So I think once I haven't locked it in. It does come with 2 different kinds of Allen wrenches. One to adjust the elevation and windage, which is also the same for locking down the rail mount. But it comes with another tiny Allen wrench for this little locking screw right in here. So I'm not going to lock it in or anything. I actually kind of forgot that Allen wrench. So we're just going to see how it works, but I think it'll be just fine. You can see right here, it is on a 7.62x39 AR pistol. So this is kind of like my truck gun, more or less. By the way, we are going to be shooting some Tula, which I know you guys are like, wow, how do you have some Tula? That stuff is so hard to find in this day and age. I've been sitting on a couple cases of Tula for years, so I have plenty of it. I hear a helicopter coming in, but anyways, yeah, but this is basically just a truck gun. It's kind of like the most solid AR I've ever built. Everything, it's pretty heavy. It's very hefty, but it has this like really sturdy hand guard right here, tubular hand guard. It's got a really sturdy SB tactical, I forgot what this is called, but this pistol brace right here, which is like a yeah, the helicopter's getting kind of loud. Let's let the helicopter pass. It's always got to be aircraft right when I start filming, so give me 1 second. So I did just sight in at 25 yards, which is where we're going to be shooting from. Usually I like to sight in at 36, but I'm not going to keep this on here. I actually have a sight mark, one of the most hated optics on the internet for some reason. I like sight mark. It's a great bang for your buck, but I will be putting that back on here, so I'm not really trying to keep this on here. So like I said, that's why I just sighted in at 25 yards, just for the sake of the video. But usually I do sight in at 36, but I do really like the viewing window of this optic. If any of y'all have ever dealt with a reflex sight, you'll know that the viewing windows are very large, which is really nice for target acquisition. So yeah, I see no problems there. It does have 2 little rear sight fins right here, so I think that you can co-witness these with like a front sight. However, as you can see, this one does not have a front or a rear sight. It's very specifically set up for a red dot. So and then after we do some shooting, I'm going to test the shock value, I guess, of this optic. I'm going to see just how much force it can take, and I do that with tannerite. For those of you that have seen the last few UUQ reviews that I've done, I like to just go ahead and blast them with some tannerite and see how they hold up, and they've all done great. They really have. UUQ makes some really good high quality stuff for a very low price. It's definitely solid. One thing I actually really like about this sight, aside from the rechargeable feature, is the adjustments for the windage and elevation. It does have clicks. It's tactile. It's audible. You can feel it. It locks in there. So I don't really think that this is going to come, or I don't think it's going to lose 0, honestly. But we are actually going to test that. Usually with the tannerite. Usually when I do the tannerite test, I take the optic off the rifle or the pistol or whatever, and I just set it up right next to some tannerite and blow it up. But I'm actually going to keep it on this gun, and we'll start with a ½ pound of tannerite from 5 feet away, and if it survives that, we'll do a pound of tannerite from 5 feet away. And the reason why I'm using this rifle is because I kind of made this one to be sort of bomb-proof. This rifle, like I was saying, is just very solid. It is about as solid as you can get. So, yeah, I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some shooting, and we'll see how she does. So yeah, like I said, we are at 25 yards. I have down there a 12-inch target, and then there's also a 7-inch target, a 5-inch target, and a 3-inch target. I'm actually gonna collapse that just a little bit. Yeah, that's easier. All right, going hot. Let's try to get that 3-inch target. Woo. I love the recoil of the 7.62x39. So these are Duramag magazines, by the way, and these are 28 round mags, not 30. So not UUQ, YouTube. These are compliant with your ridiculous guidelines. So, yeah, they may look like high capacity, but they're not. Very much standard capacity. Nailed it. I knew I was going to break that 3-inch target because the chain was barely hanging on to begin with. I'll fix that in a sec. All right. I got another mag over here. It is a bit windy right now. I hope that the microphone's not picking up too much of that. I'm letting those targets have it. All I got is the 5-inch. Dang. I didn't lose zero. That was just me. Not shooting very well. Oh, lost balance. All right. So let me go ahead and load up these. I'm going to have to fix a couple targets right there, and I'll be right back. All right. So I just realized that all of these shell casings are flying right at the camera. So I hope that it's not actually hitting the tripod, causing any audio issues. But this rifle is nicely tuned, because that is almost exactly a 4 o'clock position right there. I love it when you got a nicely tuned rifle. So got 2 more mags loaded up here, and then we'll go ahead and do the tannerite test. But I kind of just want to, take slower shots here, and make sure I'm still zeroed and everything. So, oh yeah, hearing protection. So this is a loud rifle, or pistol, technically. I don't know. With this new administration, maybe we can finally classify these things as rifles, because it's pretty ridiculous to call something like this a pistol. But that's besides the point. Look at that. Still zeroed. Just fine. Alright. Oh, did we get a jam? Wonder what happened there. It just didn't chamber one. That's weird. Yeah, we're definitely still zeroed. Alright, we're good. At 25 yards, these 7.62s are really thumping those targets. So I probably need to get some more robust chain. Nailing that 3-inch with no problem. What do we got? About 5 rounds left. There we go. I love this firearm. This thing's so much fun. Yeah, and this UUQ is staying zeroed. It's on there really nice and tight. The dot is probably about a 2 MOA dot. I don't really think it says on their website, but it is, smaller. It's definitely not like a 4 or 6 MOA dot, so that's good. I like a 2 MOA dot. Look at all that dirt fly up. I was trying to hit the 3-inch. I probably just nicked it, really. About 4 more rounds. Try and hit that 5-inch. Last round. I'm going to try and go for the 3-inch on the last round. Oh well. It's not the optics' fault, it's my fault. I'm not a great shot. I just try. I make YouTube videos. That's all I do. Look, I've got like a pile of casings right here, just below the camera. So, all right. So far, it's holding up great. I really like this UUQ reflex sight, rechargeable reflex sight. I'm usually not a big fan of reflex sights. I just think they look kind of goofy. And when I was getting into firearms, they're like the most ubiquitous red dot out there. But this right here is a good, I think, reiteration of the reflex sight with a rechargeable battery in it that seems to be doing just fine. And it's also not it doesn't have your typical reflex sight look. It's kind of a little bit more unique looking. So, again, one of the reasons I really like UUQ is that they have very unique looking optics. So yeah, this handguard's getting a little warm, but it's doing what it's supposed to. I can still grip it just fine, but I'm sure that barrel is super hot right now. So let's go ahead and set this thing up with some tannerite, and we'll see how it does. So give me 1 sec. All right, shake and bake. So got the half pound of tannerite here, but first we're just gonna confirm zero. So I've got the 12-inch target resprayed. Yeah, we're dead center. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take, obviously the round out of the chamber, just to keep things as safe as possible, but I do want to insert a magazine. We are clear. Alright, so we're going to do 5 feet away. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we should do 3 feet. That's kind of too far. Let's scoot this over. In theory, that should work. So let's see here. Hopefully I can shoot it before, or shoot the tannerite before a big gust of wind comes. All right, going hot. And I have the sight pointed at the tannerite. Well, that's not good. I think I hit low. This is sighted in for 36 yards, so I think I got to aim a little high here. We're at about 20 yards. How did it not knock over the rifle? Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and grab it real quick. It's kind of a dumb test, honestly, but it's fun. Yeah. Look at this rifle is super dirty right now. Got ammonium nitrate and crap all over it. So, but it looks pretty cool. All right, let's confirm 0. I'd say she's still 0. All right. Okay. Shake and bake again. So this right here is a 1 pounder. I'm gonna set this thing up just 3 feet away. So, you know, we'll see what happens here. But we are still on. We're still 0'd. And the lens is fine. I mean, they didn't crack or anything like that. I don't know if y'all can see, but yeah. So I'm gonna go set this up real quick. So let's say 1, 2, 3. All right. There. We are clear. I don't want to touch it. Seems good. Just gonna leave it. All right. So again, I've got the sight pointed at the tannerite, and this is 1 pound from 3 feet away. I'm gonna leave my hearing protection off because I've got a suppressor on this. It's not good to do, but you're not my mom. All right. So yeah, we're loaded up. Oh my God, that's awesome. That was a big one. God, the 1 pounders are so much bigger than the half pounders. I mean, that's obvious, but it's just such a significant difference. So let me go grab it. We'll see if we're 0'd. Whoa. No, it's just grass. The lens is still good. Oh, this thing's gross. It's gonna need a bit of a bath. But when we get home, you're taking a bath, young sir. All right. But yeah, I mean, just real quick, it's dirty, but you can see that this the lens is still intact. It's all in one piece. Let's see if we're 0'd. I do need hearing protection for this. And then obviously, yeah, the dot is still on, so that's good. All right. Yeah, I'd say we're still 0'd. I'm gonna hit that paint can up there. Trying to hit the paint can on the ground. So there you go, folks. The UUQ rechargeable reflex sight. It's very robust, as you can see. It's doing just fine. I actually really like it a lot. And look at that. The little charging port cover still on. It did not come off, even after being pounded with tannerite from 3 feet away. But this thing is filthy. Holy cow. It is just absolutely filthy. But that dot is still very much visible. It is still very much there. And is still very much 0'd. So what else can you ask for $43? I think it's like $42.99, at least of the filming, as of the filming of this video. But like I was saying before, I think this is just a sign of things to come. I think you're going to start seeing a lot more rechargeable optics that are that you don't have to worry about a battery. As long as you just keep things charged up, you can always just keep this plugged in, like on your nightstand or wherever you keep your firearms. And as long as you have it plugged in, I think you're going to have no problem keeping it charged up and having that dot when you need it. So yeah, I like it. It's a cool sight. This is definitely this was a fun video to make, so I guess that's gonna do it. And yeah, I just really thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. So have a good one.